Nah, I'm not going to bow for her. The man shouldn't really be doing that anyways.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're both gonna, she's your perfect girl. That means she's bowing for you.
Yeah.
So you're also gonna be bowing to her, like you're about to like duel each other or something.
Square up.
Yeah.
The conditional here is in order to get the perfect girl, you just have to do that. Yeah, that's super easy. Why not? Good talk. But also, like, I'm kind of being, in my mind, I think the perfect woman is like a trillionaire. So I'm like doing this kind of thing where it's like, of course.
She'd be wearing the pants though.
No, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. Because I think the woman can be the breadwinner, and you can still be like in that leadership position. But that's the thing you got to navigate.
How do you reconcile that, Brian?
What do you mean?
How do you reconcile one person being the breadwinner yet not being able to be the leader of the household?
Well, I'm saying that the things that make a man a leader, it doesn't, like, I'm fine and I advocate for men being the providers. But what I'm saying is a woman could be the breadwinner and the man, logically it makes sense to me, he could still be the leader.
Couldn't she argue, though, I pay the bills, I'm the one that supports
She
you,
could.
therefore I'm the leader?
She could make that argument, but she could also recognize that I think leadership, because, for example, you could also acknowledge that there are women who are stay-at-home moms and they have provider husbands and they fucking run those relationships. So like the opposite, if the opposite is true, where you have women who are just like, who are dating men who are the breadwinners and they're staying at home, but they fucking run those relationships, I think the reverse could clearly be the case too. And it would be even, I think it's even, it makes more sense to me even if it's the case that there are women who are stay-at-home mothers, but their husband's the breadwinner, but the women are wearing the pants. It would make even more sense if the woman was the breadwinner and the guy was, let's say he's working, but he's not the breadwinner, that he can still wear the pants in the relationship.
How would she be running the relationship as a stay-at-home?
You don't think that there's like ultra, like, what's the word?
I didn't say that, I'm just asking you.
How?
I'm just wondering how does that dynamic work if she's the
It would
one
be her
stay at
dominant.
home dominating the relationship?
It would be her dominant and domineering personality.
Okay, so it's based on personality then?
Yeah, I
Okay.
suppose, yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand.
Well, you would agree
your
with
side
me
of
that there are
things.
men who are providers that aren't leaders?
I would say, what do you mean, men that don't provide but are leaders?
No, you would agree with me that there are men who are capable of providing and they would be breadwinners in their specific relationships, but they lack the requisite masculine traits or leadership traits to make them a leader in said relationship.
What kind of, am I missing something? What kind of traits? Like,
you think just because a guy makes a lot of money that means he's
oh, do you
masculine
mean like
or a leader?
not having that domineering touch to him?
I wouldn't even use the term domineering necessarily. I don't think a leader need be domineering necessarily. They could be, but they don't have to be. You just want to look
I
me
think
in
I'm
my...
lost. No, I think I'm lost now.
What?
But
I mean, you were asking the question.
no, I mean that second question that you threw at me confused me. But overall, your point is that a man doesn't, a woman could be the breadwinner, or the person being the breadwinner doesn't have to be the leader. It depends on the qualities of the person.
Here's what I'm saying. It's logically possible that I could date a woman who's a billionaire, ergo she out-earns me, but she would still look to me to lead the relationship.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I would take certain levels of initiative. I would have final decision-making power
Okay.
within the relationship.
It's just interesting to me because I mean the way I was raised. I'm just saying like the way I was raised. The breadwinner, who is my dad, the breadwinner is the one that makes all the final decisions, the final say. That's just. I was just asking you from differing from my personal experience.
Are your parents still together?
Yes.
Does your mom work at all, or is she just?
Yeah.
She works.
She was a stay-at-home mom when my siblings were younger, when I was younger. But
but all the kids are out of the house now.
Right, but she even worked when we were in school when I was still young,
Okay.
after we got past that.
But do you think that there would be an inversion if, say, by chance, your mother became the primary breadwinner, say, I don't know, whatever the circumstances are, that would enable her to become the breadwinner? Do you think that would then instantly create an inversion of the roles within the relationship?
No, because my dad has that personality, that
Right.
leadership personality.
Yeah.
So, but I also think he wouldn't let my mother be the sole provider. I think it's in his personality. It's just in him. Like he needs to be the provider in all those ways, including financially speaking.
Okay. But you would agree, like maybe, I don't know if this is the best example, but like let's say your mom bought a lottery ticket and she like hit the jackpot for $30 million. You would agree, and then they both like retire or whatever. You would agree that this would not create an inversion of the roles in the relationship, right?
Sure. No.
Yeah.
Sure. I can agree with you on that.
Right. So in this case, I think you can make the similar claim that if the woman, she got some super cool promotion in her job, and then she then became the breadwinner, this would not create an inversion in the existing relationship dynamics.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So in this case, at least as it relates to the scenario I presented, I could deal with a woman who earns more than me, and I can still be the leader in the relationship.
Sure. I mean, just my personal preference, I think for me, it's like, it's not ideal for my husband to be calling the shots and also, not being the one to provide. Just for me, that's unideal, but I just wanted to pick your brain and just
Oh, yeah. I mean,
how that made sense. But I mean, for like my personal preference,
you would rather stay home.
I would rather stay at home.
Yeah.
I'd rather be the mother. I'd rather be the one taking care of the household while he brings home the bread, brings home the
Yeah,
bread.
no, that's totally fine. I mean, I was presenting this really kind of wild hypothetical scenario where my perfect woman, if I have to do a bow and I get the perfect woman, she would be like a trillionaire.
So you would only go down on a woman if she was a trillionaire.
Yes, those are the circumstances. I mean, to be fair, I think that there's a lower threshold whereby a woman could be perfect that wouldn't even necessarily have to do with, she could make $0 and still be a perfect woman. But that would be like, when I think of perfect, maybe it should be the bare minimum threshold of what perfect is, because then you can get into like finances and others. I don't know.
So what's the perfect woman?
Perfect woman, excluding the like finance, like she's
Yeah.
just a bit trillionaire, and
Yeah.
by extension, I then become the richest man in the world.
Well, yeah, you said not financially.
Okay, so like realistically perfect. Okay, like insanely submissive. Like a near complete, I'll just say complete lack of quarreling, no nagging, just like in terms of physical appearance, like whatever my perfect vision is of like peak beauty, both like face, body, whatever, giant labia, can't forget that.